imagine our winters in Colorado without having a coat? That is the reality for many families who just can't afford one, and that's where Operation Warm comes in.
So we have Michael Knick here with the Denver Fire Department helping to spread the word about Operation Warm. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So tell us what Operation Warm is and why it means so much to you.
So Operation Warm is a nonprofit throughout the United States, and what they do is they make coats, brand new coats at cost, and if you raise money, you can work with them and they'll ship you coats. And it means so much to me because I grew up in Alaska, and growing up there and then working for the fire department up there, it's something we did every year was raise money and then partner with Operation Warm to provide coats throughout the city. And then when I moved here, seeing kids in need still, no matter where you go, even though it's a little bit warmer here than Alaska, they still need coats. And so I just wanted to try to do something about it. So it took me a couple of years to get it started, but I've been able to do it for the last 2 years. And over the 2 years, I've been able to raise a little over $30,000 and help a little over 1,500 kids.
That's incredible.
Yes.
You know, it was really interesting because we were talking in the commercial about why this program is so great in terms of making sure that kids get the appropriate coats for them. Because I know that there's a lot of coat drives, but this one's a little bit different.
Yeah, and so with this one, what it does is provides a brand new coat. So when I was talking to my mentor back in Alaska about how he set it up with Operation Warm and everything that went into that, I was like, well, why didn't you just do just a drive?
Yeah.
And so then his reasoning and kind of talking to him and I talked about it was, it's hard when you have people that want to help, and some people donate like an REI brand new coat, and some people will donate a gently used coat, but kids kind of see that. And so when you work with Operation Warm, they all are very similar style, but they're all brand new coats. And so it's much easier to hand out. So kids aren't looking at each other like, oh, why does he get this coat and I get this coat type thing.
You know, it's got to bring such a big smile to these kids' faces to be able to have a coat, but I would imagine that the biggest smile probably comes from you.
It does. It's hard to raise money. Like, it's very difficult to get out there and stuff like that on your own time. But to see their face and they give you like a big hug and they're like, this is mine. And you're like, yep, that's yours. You know, it's what I keep doing it for. And it's the reason that I am here now. I don't want to be on TV. I get very nervous.
What, a firefighter that doesn't want to be on TV? I can't imagine.
Me. Yeah, I don't. I like to stay out of the limelight. But for these kids, I'll do it. I'll do anything to help get these kids coats.
So who gets the coats? Like if someone's watching and they're like, I don't have the money for a coat for my kid this year. They grew from last winter. I need to get one. What happens here? So
we're working on expanding that part. How I've started it is I've just been going to Title I schools. So the 2 schools that we've worked with over the last 2 years has been Miramar Elementary out in Green Valley Ranch. And then last year we added Monroe Elementary just because we were able to raise more money. And we have ties to those as several guys live and work out in Green Valley Ranch. And then one of our, President Ferguson, his wife worked for Monroe Elementary. And so it's kind of how we picked those. We're looking at trying to expand to get extra coats and then maybe do like a coat pass out at some point.
Cool.
But it's a lot easier to pick a school and go to that school because then you know the sizing. And that's the big thing, because I'd hate for someone to come by and they need like a kid's 5'6", and 40 kids show up for that and we only had 20. And so then it's hard I wouldn't want to be able to turn a kid away. So it's much easier, from my aspect, to pick schools, go there, get their sizes, and then order those coats in the size.
And what's the goal here? How many kids are we talking, and how can people help out?
So the goal here, again, is to do Miramar and Monroe, again, which is about 1,000 kids put together. And then people can help out. We have a QR code that you can scan, and then that'll take you to our Operation Warm link. We have an account set up with them. And then they also have a number you can text, which I believe is Denver FF 858.
Okay.
And you're able to set it up that way and donate.
If you go on Operation Warm,
yes, ma'am.
Can you find this direct one for Denver?
You can by simply, they have like their main donation link. So if you were to go to their website and you wanted to look at Operation Warm and kind of check them out, they do also have a link to donate. And then you just put in the memo, you would put Denver Firefighters, and then they would know to send that to our account.
Okay, I love that because the website is really cool. It shows you how many kids have got coats and all of that in the process, which is incredible. Well, thank you for all that you do.
Yeah, of course.
Making a huge difference, one coat at a time.
Yeah, I try. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
And you did a pretty good job on TV.
Do you have to buy donuts now for the squad?
Probably, yeah. Or ice cream. It'll just depend. And I'm sure that I'll get texts throughout the day of just screenshots of me talking to you guys.
They're
of
so
like,
mean
look at
about
you.
it too. They're like, you did
Oh
a
yeah,
terrible job.
and they know I don't want to be here, and that's why I think everyone was like, nope, you're gonna do the interview. And I was like, don't we have someone that's better at talking than me?
Well,
No,
we'll let you
you
get
did a
off of
great
the
job.
TV. We'll
Yes.
send it on to weather so that you don't have to deal with it.